Whilst it's always very exciting to have very established names as part of the portfolio, it's almost more exciting to discover the new generation. And obviously Burgundy has changed enormously in the last 15 years, and lots of people taking over from their mothers and fathers. And we wanted to sort of latch onto that, if you like. So we've probably, I wouldn't say discovered, but we've helped nurture to a certain degree maybe a dozen or so domains who are either not known at all or who are a bit lesser known. So the likes of someone like Pierre Duroche and Gevrey-Chambertin, who hadn't been imported at all up until 2009 when we started bringing in the wines. He's now one of our most sought after producers, and everything sells out en-primeur. So something like that for us is really exciting. We've put our money where our mouth is. We've taken the risk by bringing over wines that no one knew, and then 5 years later we can't buy enough of them, and he's well known not just in the UK, but because of the success in the UK he's now well known around the world. Obviously UK journalists are very respected all around the world, and when they write up someone that is taken notice of by lots of other countries. So primeur tastings like the one we're doing here in January, very important to get his wines out there and give a platform to help his sales around the world. It's slightly nerve-wracking when we do find a new producer like that, because as I say, we're starting from scratch, if you like. But I think it would be very hard to walk away from someone we thought had very exciting potential, just because there wasn't an existing market for it. It's kind of our job to find that market and put the wines in front of our potential clientele. And with the likes of what Sarah's doing with her blog and one or two other journalists, I think good growers don't stay a secret for very long anymore.
Would you like to give us some examples of your latest discoveries?
Well, I think a couple. I mean, we've got one here today, which is being shown in the UK for the very first time, which is hopefully very exciting. Launay-Horiot. It's his first vintage since getting back the family vineyards, based in Pommard. He's got 4 hectares, about three and a half of them in Pommard, but he's also got about a half a hectare in Chambertin and Dezizes-les-Maranges. So that's very exciting. There's only hardly anyone in the UK would have even heard of the domain, let alone tasted the wines. So he's probably as nervous as we are that people like the wines as much as we do. So something like that is really exciting. I think it brings freshness to the whole list as well, and gives us a sort of new lease of life. Not that we're tired of all the growers we've already got. They're all getting better every vintage, it seems. But something like that is really exciting. And then there's a few younger growers like Bertrand Bachelet, who's based in Maranges, which is a village perhaps a little less known in Burgundy. And I think maybe perhaps more aimed at the restaurant scene in the sense that he hasn't got any Grand Cru, but he's making wines that are just beautiful expressions of Pinot Noir, something that at that price point Burgundy hasn't always done as well as, say, other parts of the world, but the sort of affordable, drinkable Pinot Noir that still tastes like Pinot Noir, but still at the same time has a sense of terroir. So someone like him is equally exciting. And the other new grower we have is a chap whose first vintage was last year, called ARMAND Heitz in Chassagne-Montrachet, whose parents were selling off, contracted out their vineyards to the family Drouin, and he's slowly over 3 years taking them back. So last year he had 3 wines, this year there are 5, and then next year I think there'll be 7. And so that's very exciting, and he's already doing all the right things, I think. And the 2013 was very good. This is already a step up, I think. Now he's got a year under his belt. It helps that it's a great vintage. So it'll be fascinating to see what he's doing next year.